Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. This week we are just going to use tarot. Let's find a deck. We're going to read for the week ahead. We always do read for the week ahead here on this channel. So whenever you find this, it is always going to be for the week ahead, whether you find that in the next few days or a month from now or a year from now. Aquarius, I'm grateful to you for being here. Thanks so much for being in the comments. Your thumbs up, everything helps keep this ship moving in the right direction. Here we go. Let's talk about Aquarius for the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whatever comes out, Aquarius, whatever's the most important thing that you need to know for the week ahead. Tell me about Aquarius, please. What's going on with Aquarius energy, please? Aquarius energy. Okay, they're falling out. What do we got? We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Knight of Cups. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? We have the Two of Swords. Aquarius, what's going on here? What's going on this week, my friend? It looks like there's something that you're going through that's quite painful. Something that possibly a cycle has come to an end and it feels like it was a betrayal. It might have been a betrayal in love or romance. Possibly someone, the Knight of Cups is the romantic love. So it feels like that there's possibly a situation that is about to come to an end. Maybe you're about to bring a situation to an end, a romantic situation. And as I'm reading for the week ahead, it feels like it might be something that you're mulling over this week that maybe might come to light in the week ahead. We do have the Two of Swords. I feel like you've got yourself in a bit of a block here. You want to do it. You feel betrayed in a situation. You feel like someone has hurt you repeatedly. That's what all of those swords are about, right? Feels like that someone has repeatedly hurt you over and over again, and that there is a block here. Something that possibly that you don't see, maybe. She's got her eyes open though. She's also got a wolf at her back. I feel like it is something that you've come across, or that there is something in the week ahead that possibly will be brought to light here. Tell me more about Aquarius, please. All right. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got Temperance. We've got the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. This energy over here that I'm putting down, this is going to be not for the week ahead, but for a little bit further than that. We're kind of peeking into the end of the month. I will be back, of course, to read for those extensively, but we'll just take a quick peek into the week further to the week ahead, so which is around the end of the month. Okay, so it feels like there is something going on here. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It feels like you're moving away from some sort of a situation here. It feels like you're moving away from something, possibly toward the Six of Cups, but it feels like there is something that's chaotic, and it feels like this. It feels like there's something in the mind, something that you've been going sort of over repeatedly, and you no longer want to do that. It's time for you to let it go, Aquarius. It's holding you in a place that is not healthy for the mind, I want to say. It feels like it does have to do with some sort of romantic situation that went down. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Cups, and it feels to me like the Knight of Cups is somebody who may have walked away from you, or this romantic situation is something that you're pulling away from emotionally, that you've decided that it's got to come to an end finally, because it does feel like it's something that's going round and round, and either the round and round is someone keeps leaving and coming back, or the round and round is the 10 swords. Like it feels like that maybe you've been stuck in the 8, possibly. We do have the 6 of Swords, and it feels like you are moving toward another soulmate, I want to say, but there is something here that does have to end first. We do have the Devil on the bottom of the deck as well. There's some sort of situation here that you do not have clarity on. Either you've stopped talking to them or they've stopped talking to you. It's turned into sort of a toxic, hurtful thing, but it feels as though you're still connected to it, or almost like chained to it, imprisoned to it. It's like a thought you can't get rid of. Well, I feel like there's a lesson learned here, because we see the Hierophant that comes up next on the bottom of the deck. That's future energy. And it feels like with the Seven of Swords, it feels like you've learned a lesson about somebody who was possibly not being very truthful with you, somebody who was concealing something from you. And so I feel like somebody may have been concealing the truth from you, but it feels like with the Hierophant showing up at the bottom of the deck that you've learned a lesson, and that makes more sense as to why the Ten of Swords is here. So I feel like you're the one who is kind of stuck. I feel like you, until it comes to an end, the thing is, Aquarius, until it comes to an end, there's no way that you can heal. Like, we have Temperance here, but it feels like you're blocking yourself from the healing. And the thing is until it comes to an end, it feels like it can't be healed. So it does feel like there is somebody here who keeps walking away out of your life or pulling away from you emotionally, and then just kind of leaving you there. And you feel defeated by it. You feel as though someone is deliberately trying to hurt you. That's what it feels like here. So we do have the Two of Swords here, and the Two of Swords is the block. It is the inability to be able to make the decision to finally close the cycle. I feel like going into the future is this energy here. So we're talking about the week ahead, right? I feel like you're kind of feeling blocked this week, that you know that this person is just going to continue coming in and out or pulling away whenever they want to in this romantic situation, and you're not about it anymore. It's time for you to take charge, but I don't think that you can. Not this week, but I feel like going into the week ahead, that possibly you might be able to get out of this Two of Swords here. There is healing to be had here. I want you to know that, Aquarius. If you decide to let go of this situation, there is healing to be had here. Temperance comes with a promise, right? It is from the universe. It is a major arcana card. There's nothing you can do to stop it from arriving. You are going to get balance. You're going to get healing. It feels like you have to do this give and take thing. And you're more important than anyone else who is around you. You have to do this for you. Let's talk about the Two of Swords here. Tell me about the Two of Swords going into the future here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. You will find the link that says more. Everything you need to know is right there for you to book a private read if you are interested in doing that. We do have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I want to say that right now it might feel chaotic in the mind. It feels like you're overthinking something. It feels like you feel really terrible about something. You feel betrayed. You're feeling upset. And it feels like with the Two of Pentacles coming in after the Two of Swords, it tells me that you do make the decision because you're about to get better footing. You're about to release something, I feel, that you've been juggling. It's been going back and forth, and this tells me that you've been juggling from the past to the present, to the past to the future, to the past. You know what I mean? It keeps going back and forth here. So I do feel like there is a release should you decide that you want to get out of this Two of Swords energy and make the decision to finally close this cycle here. We do have the Four of Swords. It is about healing. So it really is a big decision that you're going to have to make, Aquarius, in order to be able to get yourself out of this place where you have yourself stuck in this mental prison, I think. We do have the Hermit. It is time, right? It's time for you to kind of, and maybe you're here right now, but this does feel like the week ahead when you go into Hermit mode. Hermit mode is self-preservation mode. We go there to heal. And why do we heal? Because we learn lessons, right? I did see the Hierophant under the bottom of the deck indicating that a lesson is coming in the future. So I feel like there is a lesson coming, and I feel like you will probably start to hermit. Like maybe you're just going to stay home, not go out. And I don't think you're going to be completely alone for a long period of time, but I do feel like it's a lesson that needs to be learned. Because it feels to me like somebody here keeps hurting you over and over again. And it's something that you like this person, you have a romantic interest in this person, but they keep pulling away from you emotionally. I don't like it. I want to fight them for you. I don't like that somebody's doing that to you, Aquarius. So we have the Hermit, who is Virgo energy, right? So you're going to go over the details. It feels like you're stuck in this sort of this place of blockage. You don't really want to give it up, but you know that it's hurting you. It's time for you to give it up. The promise here is that you will have some stability should you decide to go into the Four of Swords, which is a place of healing. It's a place of healing the mind. And the Hermit energy is about wisdom. It's time for you to really look over the details, going in by yourself. And, if you can just disappear for a little bit, make your own decisions without bouncing it off somebody. I do feel that Temperance is here, Sagittarius energy. Temperance is here for healing, for balance. We're going to go back and forth on this. It feels like the Two of Pentacles tells me that, and so does the Temperance card. It tells me that you're going to go back and forth on this, but you will find your healing in the Hermit energy here. We do have the Six of Swords. It comes out again. Yep, moving away from this situation, moving toward the Temperance here, moving toward healing. It's a decision I feel that you're making for yourself. Bravo. We do have the Moon energy, and we have the Three of Pentacles. I want to say that you thought that this person was your friend. You thought that you had something solid with them. I feel that you've probably known them for a while, maybe longer than you've known some of the people in your life. The Moon energy is here, and it's like things are not as they seem, right? It's things that you can't see. What I want to say is that in the future there is a partnership coming, one that you can trust. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here in the week that is further to the week ahead. So I want to say that this is your time. It's your time to pull away from the Moon energy, to pull away from this darkness that you've had to endure for a while. I really feel like, Aquarius, that it's like you move very slowly towards whatever it is that you're going to do, and it almost feels like you've allowed somebody to sort of, how can I say, do their own thing. It's like you didn't really want to have to whip out the sword, right? You didn't want to have to whip out the sword and tell them, look, you can't treat me this way. But I feel like with the Six of Swords moving away from the darkness or the Moon energy, I do feel like that's what's coming up here. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. Possibly you could be dealing with Sagittarius. There is some heartbreak here. And so this is why I'm saying that it feels like that there is somebody romantic here that keeps pulling away from you. And it's very disappointing because you want to invest. You want to invest in them, but they're not investing in you. I think that you thought it was going to grow into some sort of an open road here, a place where you could invest, be solid, grow your pentacle world with them. Yeah, that's what it feels like here. So we've got the Fool, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Hanged Man. So it's almost like you keep giving them chances, right? You keep giving them chances to correct themselves, to not treat you like this, to maybe this time when they come back, they're going to treat you better. We've got the Hanged Man energy. You're trying to see it from their side, you're trying to see it from another perspective other than your own. And although I think that some of you trust yourself, not all of you, it's a general reading, and not all of you have this intuition that is on high here, but for some of you, I feel like this particular situation is going to teach you how to listen to your gut. The Hanged Man tells me that you feel like you need to look at it from their perception, that you need to look at it from their side, or that there is an energy here where you don't know what to do, that it's going to be a complete and total sacrifice to let go of this person. So the Fool here and the Ace of Cups, I feel like that's what you thought was going to happen here, is you were ready for a new beginning. You're ready to invest in someone here. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles tells me you're in love. You're ready for a new path in love. You are ready for an investment, but it just didn't happen. This person left you hanging. And I want to say that it would have been a really big sacrifice had you decided to go forward. If this person decided to come back and say, yeah, let's give it a go. I just feel like inevitably it ends up in the 10 Swords here. Tell me what's going on with the 10 Swords for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. We have the 9 of Wands. It feels like It feels like you've had this happen before and it felt to you like it was going to happen again. I want to say your intuition for some of you is on point, that you kind of knew you were behind the fear wall. You didn't want to get hurt, but you were going to allow somebody to come back in your life and prove you wrong. I think you wanted them to prove you wrong here, but what you got from it was a lesson. The Hierophant is back. What you get from this is that this is, it feels like somebody betrayed you, hurt you, stabbed you in the back, somebody that you didn't think would, and this is a lesson, right? This is a lesson, and it feels like you waited a long time. I want to say you waited a while before you pull away from this completely and shut it off, shut it down, because the Ten of Swords it's over. I feel like that you wanted to wait to see if it was going to correct itself, but it's not. It's not. And so I feel like you were waiting for a while, but what you're getting out of this one is lessons. And look, and when we don't get what we want, that's what we get is lessons. That's what a karmic relationship is for. And some people think that they can sidestep the karmic relationship, but really not going through this and learning this lesson could stop you from going toward whatever it is that is yours in the future, that is really the real thing here. Could be dealing with a Leo, Capricorn, or Aries, or Sagittarius here. It feels like the person who keeps walking away is someone who keeps holding back from you. They keep holding back their emotions. It's almost like they punish you with emotions. It feels that way. It's a very toxic situation as the Devil shows up. You could be dealing with someone who is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very independent, right? This is somebody who really doesn't do what other people expect of them. This person isn't someone who is going to take anyone else's opinion into consideration. They act for themselves. They're very independent. This person will tell you to your face, yeah, of course I'm going to do that. But then behind your back, here comes the sword, right? So it feels like you may have been dealing with someone who was more kind of about their self, about their own path. And it feels like it ends up being very heartbreaking to you. Yeah. Tell me what comes up after this healing, please, for Aquarius. What comes up after the healing? We've got the Nine of Swords. So there is going to be still we've got more swords here. We've got the Queen of Swords. There is going to still be some residual thoughts that are going to keep you up at night. I feel like until we get into the week ahead and you really do make this final decision to just cut this person off, I feel like it's lingering, right? We have the Queen of Swords, which tells me what happens after this situation. And the reason the Ten of Swords is here is because you decide to liberate yourself. It's time to stand up and say, look, I'm holding the sword. It's time to cut you out. You can't do this to me anymore. And 1 and 9 is 10, right? Then we have, the Knight of Swords. Look, I don't think you're going to be kind, and I don't think you need to be, because it feels like somebody's torturing you. Like it feels like they're torturing you within your feelings. That's what it feels like here. So after that, the Eight of Pentacles shows up, and it is time for you to work on the self. You need to be concerned with yourself, with your shelter, with kindness that is going to be given to you. I'm looking at this particular picture here. It's time to take care of your own, take care of you. It's time for you to close this off once and for all, because it does feel like it's been lingering for a while. It's time to close this off once and for all, and it's time to practice self-mastery. It's time to go into hermit mode, and it's time to focus on the self. What can I do for me it's self-care, right? Do all the things that the kind things that you would do for loved ones and family members. It's time to do that for you. Go buy a great steak, make yourself a beautiful meal, get in the bathtub with your favorite drink, laptop on the toilet, maybe watching your favorite show. It feels like that you need to just take this time away by yourself, not really communicating with people. It's time for you to heal the self. So what we have going into sort of the end of the month here is we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. I think it's going to take you some time to heal, because the Knight of Pentacles is here. It's going to take you some time to heal, but please understand that you are the Magician. And I think you do find that out. You do see your worth. You understand that the other person was the toxic one, Aquarius. It was them who was doing it to you. It wasn't anything that you did. It feels like it's a long time that it takes you to realize your worth and realize that you are the one who is the captain of the ship, that you can manifest anything that you want, and that whatever you want really does want you. It's not this toxic thing, though. That's not what it is. It's not this toxic energy here. We do have the 10 Pentacles. Look, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to work out in your favor by the end of the month, my friend. But I feel like it's going to take some time alone. The hermit goes into hermit mode for self-preservation reasons, also to find your light, to figure out how you're never going to let this happen again. But I feel it's your kindness that makes you, allow people to come in and out of your life. And this particular one, you had a lot of feelings for. This was a romantic connection. So I understand. I get it. But it is time for you to sacrifice them. And it is time for you to go on your own way. There is love in the future, I believe. I believe that there's love in the future, but it's going to take some healing first on your part. Healing the mind, healing the self, going over details, figuring out what it is that you're going to do the next time you come up against this situation. Because, we will continue to meet people who will bring us this situation if we don't stop it in its tracks and we don't learn from it, right? It's important. All right. We have the 7 of Swords. Why is that? Because of the 3 of Cups. So after the lies comes the happiness. I feel like after what's being concealed from you here is that there is some happiness coming in the future. We have the 3 of Cups, and it feels like, going out with friends, having celebrations, rejoicing with people, joining with people who have the same emotional effort to you as you do to them. So, all right. I'm going to leave it there, Aquarius. I'm sorry if this is you that went through this, but you know what? Once it's over, then you can start to heal. You go into the hermit mode, and then you can start to heal. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching, Aquarius. I will be back next week, of course, because I'm always back. Love you guys. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.